Hello everybody, I'm Lorii Abela, your soulmate expert and Asian matchmaker. Welcome to tonight's episode of Matchmaker Secrets, where we talk about love, dating, and relationships, and of course, matchmaking. What do you think about the dating scene in Chicago?
Hit or miss. It's luck of the draw.
It's exhausting.
It's really a challenging one.
I never had a problem meeting people, but staying in a or even getting to the point of a relationship was pretty hard.
Some of them are random profiles, not true, like a catfish, or it gets to a point that you don't want to do it. Like, you just want to give up.
Like, I guess we all kind of learn from past experiences, right? Not to let what's happened in the past doom us and keep us from meeting somebody that we wouldn't think about, that would be a potential. Is that I definitely wanted my, future mate, if their mother was still alive, to have a good relationship with their mom.
I'm looking for, first of all, stability, a person that is open and honest about, his situation, where he's at in life. I'm also looking for someone that, has his things together, someone that is, self-driven and has a motivation for life, has a passion that likes to work.
How is that working for you?
Well,
someone's going to have to align with me when it comes to my beliefs, my faith, and my love for Jesus, or they're not going to be happy with me, and I'm probably not going to want to be with them either.
So for me, it's just if someone's just honest, they're genuine, there's no ulterior motives or whatever. If I know I could trust them, that's the big thing.
They just want to have trust and being genuine. They're not so complicated. Women have a lot of things like checklists and such and such. How would you describe the dating scene in Hollywood?
That's all my dating experiences in Los Angeles, which I wouldn't recommend.
If you're the one who's breaking up, what the usually a response that you get out of that?
well, can we be friends?
Feedback that I gotten from one guy, all these women, you don't know who they are because they're all covered with makeup. Loneliness has always been something which is regularly occurring. We have still the trauma of what happened during this pandemic. So
we're going out into the world again, and we have to relearn how to talk to people and how to be in social settings in a way. There definitely is anxiety.
we invited the lawyer, who's a divorce lawyer, to find out what is the usual cause of divorce, and she said it's always about the money.
Money is a taboo subject, and no one want to talk about that. And if you don't talk with your partner about money, that's just gonna cause a lot of stress and anxiety.
Yeah, desire discrepancy is just when one partner has higher sex drive than the other. Usually when people are coming in with a desire discrepancy, it's enough of a difference to cause a problem, but desire discrepancy in general is normal. Most people don't have the exact same amount of desire as their partner. It's usually kind of fluctuating.
Do you recommend a test drive?
With apps, with mobility in our world. Because we have all this, we're confused and we don't actually make choices. I'll continue to date you, but I'm going to date several people all at once. But if you're in Europe, it's very different. If you're dating one person and you see them consistently, and their mind, you're dating. It's not like we need to have a conversation about being exclusive. We have to heal ourselves. We have to face our traumas. We have to face our wounds, because I think that also creates a bit of pause for us, a bit of fear, a bit of trepidation, because we hear so much of divorce. But what we don't understand is there's so much divorce because people are choosing partners out of pain, out of survival, out of society standards.
Most of the books are coming from the United States. So imagine what the people are reading. Okay, this is the norm. Maybe that has been copied by a lot of people in different countries, and come to think about it, even most of the celebrities are coming from the United States. So whatever culture we have imparted and shown in the movies, that's what people thought, okay, that's the norm. We're here for all the singles out there. Valentine's coming up, and all those other times that you're thinking oh my God, I'm so alone. We make sure that you're covered, learning how to navigate the loneliness and the different factors which is affecting your being single.
Now that I know myself better and I love myself more than I used to, I feel like now I know what I'm looking for. Before, I would make that mistake, keep people around, but they just, fill out a space but they don't let you grow and learn and move forward. So I try to make sure that it's not happening again.
Unfortunately, it got to the point where it became physically abusive. He was arrested right away, and he was facing 12 years in prison. So the move here has been really good. Okay. It's been healing from my situation.
You know, divorce is a major thing that can happen to anybody. So how did you heal yourself?
I wasn't really expecting that, of course. Yeah, I thought life is going on and everything is quite good, and I had 3 children, and I was pursuing my career, and life was going on. And then suddenly there was an issue. With myself, I was more with my own goals, my career-minded, and maybe that's why I could heal myself.
You want to have both people saying, something's wrong, what is the reason for it, why do I act this way, why do I react this way, are we communicating right, what can we do better, and work on that together openly. And you both have to be involved. If one person wants to fix it and the other person doesn't, it's not going to get fixed. It takes 2 people.
As I was saying, online dating was popular, but of course, like with the rise of the different matchmaking shows, like the Indian matchmaking and of course the Jewish matchmaking. So, people have become interested as well with the work of matchmakers. Finding a guy who is like 6 feet, earning a lot of money and good looking can be really challenging. And so I was able to I got lucky, because she's open to having somebody from another state. I got, to introduce her with a guy who's an NFL player. You have a lot of things in common. You're both in your 20s, and then you have both met your couple early in life, and then both of you move here from another country, so those are a lot of changes. So can you tell us how it is getting married and then being in a foreign country?
I feel that I am married with someone that I love so much, and it matches perfect to me. It took us only 4 months to get married, and I was really unsure. But with him, I felt like that's the right thing to do. He's American, I am Brazilian. And even though with the language barriers, we have been doing great. I really love being married.
Well, I hope that we have more time, but obviously there's always an ending for something. And then we're not gonna ghost you, okay? For those people who are watching us, I want you to know that if you're an expert in love, dating, and relationship, we would like to have you over here. And then if you are one of those singles and wondering how to navigate love, we want to have you over here. Or if you have been successful in relationships, we want to pick your brain as well, because there are a lot of singles who are looking for some coaching or some tips from people like you, because if you have been married for a long time, there must be something that you've been doing that actually can help other people, and that's what we are doing over here in order to help other people. Because if you can find the love of your life much more earlier in life, I will be happy, because you're not waiting and waiting. How many more frogs, as they were saying, are you gonna kiss? And then it can get frustrating. Thank you so much again. So I see you soon. You take care, and bye-bye. How did you actually ended up when you were together with the first boyfriend that you had?
I decided to move on because he wasn't ready. 3 months ago, I got a messenger on my phone, and I'm like, so I looked at it and I said, Thomas Frazier. But he keep on texting me, and I said, I keep ignoring him. So I was telling my sisters also, we always got to have a meeting,
Wow, there's a meeting for a new person, okay.
But it was funny, and so she said, give him a chance. And they said, go ahead, try it out, see what happens.
Well, in the military, yes, there's a lot of dating. On base, there are very few women. So that makes dating really difficult.
All the women were hit on, is that what it is?
All.
Okay.
It didn't matter how old, how young.
So it was raining men for them?
Yes.
Maybe you can tell me, how did you meet your wife?
A friend introduced us to one another. And that first meeting, or after that first meeting, the friend went and asked her what she thought about me. And she said, you know, he's nice, but he's not my type. And then she came back and asked me what I thought about her, and I said the exact same thing. She's nice, but she's not my type.
Really? So what changed your mind?
You know, the more conversations we had, the more we began to connect.
For you, what does it mean to become, you know, your authentic self in the context of attracting love?
Becoming your authentic self is a journey that you want to embark on for yourself, first and foremost, because the relationship you have with yourself is the most important relationship you will ever have in your life. And it actually sets the tone for all of the other relationships in your life.
Whatever you have actually been carrying around in your life, let's say where you were still a child, you'll be carrying that in the relationship. So if you have anger issues, just like, you know, I was talking to one guy earlier, he's in the 62, but you know, he was dating somebody who's 46, and there was some anger issues with the woman, and so that was carried over in the relationship.
That we also, it creates this illusion that somebody is going to show up in our life, the right person. We're just waiting on the right person to show up in our life, and that's going to change everything. No, the right person is the person you're facing in the mirror.
So do you have any recommendations for all those people who are looking to get married, or like, you know, those men and women who are single and then like, you know, looking forward to a relationship?
Focusing on developing intimacy. I hear and I see a lot of young people engaging in relationships, but everything is on the surface. There's no depth. I don't hear it in the language that they speak to one another. And without depth of relationship, there's nothing to, there's no anchor.
Before they get into a relationship, they need to understand their finances. So first of all, they need to create a balance sheet. It's like creating a whole picture. And then we are able to make a better money decision with that. We want to dream together. How's our rich life look like?
How is our rich life look like? One girl, and she said that she started asking that before she got married, like, you know, the finances of the guy. And then she actually, you know, physically cut the credit cards of the guy because like he doesn't know how to say. You know, lifestyle is also included, like, you know, how are they luxurious in their lifestyle, but also I think like we have to find out if they're gambling.
Checking is called spending account.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
They misspelled it, okay. Okay, good to know.
Good to know.
You know, what happens in divorce cases, unfortunately, is sometimes people, you know, need more time for themselves, or they aren't, you know, aren't taking that time for themselves, or they're just not realizing that, you know, maybe there's just, you know, other people come first. So when you have children, you have a family, you know, you're not number one, unfortunately.
But I really like what you said, like, you know, time is short, and then like, you know, just have to maximize it. That's what I usually tell the ladies, make sure that, you know, you ask early on to the guy, like, what are, you know, what do they want from them? Because what happened is that, you know, some women, they drag on and on. They think that they're the one who's going to be able to change the guy. And then, like, you know, they think like, oh my God, I'm the exception. There are a lot of guys who are, you know, around your age, and they're always thinking like, okay, I have to build my empire first, because like they want to make sure that, you know, they're stable before they even get married. So, but the thing though is that women should realize that, you know, if a guy said my priority now is work, just listen to it, because like, you know, you cannot, as you were saying, you cannot be forced on, you know, diverting your attention because get married. I think it's just one of the basics, like, you know, love and respect.
Yeah.
Do not emasculate men and do not disrespect.
Yeah. People think that it's easier for you to abort the relationship or leave than it is to persevere through the relationship. Does that make people happier living that way? Or couples that have really learned to love each other through their differences and learn to understand and humble themselves, are they the ones who are long-term happier? Where I think we have things upside down as far as how our priorities should be with relationships. And that's why a lot of young people like myself are alone. We're going to show you how making a few slight adjustments can go a long way for his look. Okay, so Chris is wearing a beautiful light gray pinstripe outfit tonight.
Are there any other good men out there, like, you know, since they're all taken, or are they can be priests?
Get yourself out there, because a lot of the friends that I know that do complain, they're not going on dates even. They're complaining there's nobody out there, but they're not going to come knock on your door while you're sitting around, you know, eating fried chicken, watching Netflix.
So those clients of yours on their second divorce, I wonder if they have the same marriage issues or on their second divorce.
That can happen a lot. So I've definitely seen people who they have a pattern, right? So, and again, I'm not a psychologist, but I've seen enough of this that, you know, the relationships you're exposed to when you're young really inform the relationships you're going to have as an adult.
And it's like we're trying to escape ourselves. And it's like, no, it doesn't matter. That the next person you get in a relationship with is going to have the same problems because you're still involved.
I would say that you need to be honest with what you want. I think that, you know, honest with yourself. And I think, you know, especially for women, don't be afraid to be firm about what you want. Because I think a lot of people, the dynamics that I see are, you know, women who want to be in a relationship so bad, they're willing to compromise on the things that they want, or they're dating somebody who isn't serious. You know, if you're with your husband, be honest. Say, I want this to go somewhere, and if it's not, don't waste your time. You know, that's the advice I would give.
A controversial topic, which is all about finding a partner who is 15 to 20 years younger. So in the matchmaking industry, that has been a challenge for us. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's really something which is not possible. It is possible. For those people who probably have known me for a while, you have an idea that, you know, my father actually married somebody who was way younger than him. He was 80 when he found my stepmother, who was 30 years over. And I was thinking like, okay, I was hesitant at first, but I just realized that there was genuine love, but you know, it doesn't often happen. It can happen most probably in Hollywood. Do you see a proliferation of cougars in the film industry?
Yeah, I hear this about acting. There's a lot of older women that like younger actors.
Ton of young women in LA, and they actually like older men.
Are you interested more on how about, you know, the looks, or are you more interested about like whatever is inside of them? So whatever is inside of them, actually, I should say, is much, much more important, because come to think about it, like everybody's gonna age, everybody is gonna get wrinkles. So do you find athletic women with, you know, a lot of muscles attractive?
Yeah, I think there's levels to it, right? So nothing too crazy, but you know, you have to be enough for me to know that you live a healthy lifestyle. Because for me, it's not just the physical image, right? To me, when I see someone that's fit, I see all the things that come with it. You're disciplined, you can follow structure, you know, you're very driven, and you know, typically I associate that with someone who's got their life put together.
Like whatever is the foundation they have as far as like values is concerned, that's something that will be lasting long, long time, because like that has been established way, way, way when everybody was young.
Because people are going to say ridiculously stupid and ridiculously amazing things when you meet them for the first time, and just have it all be great. Don't have it be anything about you. If there's no chemistry or you rub each other the wrong way, like, awesome, we had a good hour together or whatever. Yeah. Next.
Yeah, and you can create intention around things as well. Intention to have fun while you're there. You can have fun and not be compatible with someone.
For people that marriage is important, great. You know, I would like to get married. So yeah, I've never, like, I don't have to. We do have conversations about what we will and will not put up with. So yeah, we have conversations a lot about like growth and like shrinkage.
Just enjoy your last moments as a single person, because you will find the right person.
Yeah, I like that, because there's already an expectation that, you know, I'm gonna find this person, so maybe this is the last time you're gonna be single, just enjoy it. Just for the sake of those people, not everybody has accounting background. Maybe you can tell us what is a balance sheet, because like you mentioned it like 3 or 4 times, you know, we'll never know. You know, we just want to cover everybody. Gabriela Real Leginio, is that correct?
Close enough.
I can face over there, but most of the time you're facing here.
Okay.
Yeah, because most of the time you're over there acting.
Right. Right. I'm not supposed to look at the camera normally.